Hi guys, welcome back, and today I am doing my circle day for the Scrapping Everyday in September. And I used my diamond press and these 4 circle dies to cut out a whole bunch of circles in different colours. And they are, the largest one is 4.5 centimetres, which is 1.7 inches. The next one is 3.5 centimetres, which is 1.3 inches. 2.7 centimeters, which is 1 inch, and 2 centimeters, which is zero point 0.8 of an inch. So as I said, I used those diamond press dies to cut out a whole bunch of different circles in a whole bunch of different papers and collections, mostly using sort of navy blues, pinky colors, and a little bit of grays. And then I decided I needed something to make it pop a little bit, so I got some gold sparkles, and then I just sort of started setting it out the way I would a clock, doing the 12, 3, 6 and 9, and then trying to fill in the gaps and make it as round as possible. So I did end up using how many was it? 3, 6, 9, 12, 16, I think, different, that was an awkward way of counting it, different half circles. So I would have cut out 8 whole circles and then cut those in half. And then, yeah, once I lay all these down and get them sort of as perfect as I can, look, I probably could have got a mixing bowl or something like that to rule a circle with and make them really, really perfect, but I didn't. No reason. Lazy. Would have had to stand up. So yeah, once I had these all laid out, I went ahead and stuck them down with double-sided tape. After I had finished sticking down that row, I then got the next size circle, which is the 3.5 centimeter or 1.3 inch. So the circles I'm using now, they are the 4.5 centimeters and the 1.7 inch circles. And then after they are all stuck down, I move to the next size. And the next size is the 3.5 centimeter and 1.3 inches. Now I realize, obviously centimeters and millimeters is the measurement type that I use. I realize that you guys in inches, you talk about half inches and quarter inches and 3/4 and all of that, and I haven't done that, I'm sorry. So 1.3 would be like what, 1.25 inch approximately. So yeah, then I lay out this circle in much the same way. And I think I still used all of them, all of the half circles that I'd cut out, and then I glued those all down. Once they were all stuck down with double-sided tape, I then went on to the next size circle, and then I started to not be able to fit them all. And I think there was only 2 that I ended up not using, so 1 whole circle less. 2 halves that I ended up not using, and this is the 2.7 centimeter circle, which is the approximately 1 inch circle punch here, or circle die here, that I have used. Words, sorry, I'm just daydreaming, thinking about this next circle. So this is the final circle. Again, I think there was only 2 halves that I didn't use, so 1 whole circle that I didn't use. And this is the 2 centimeter, so what, approximately the 3/4 inch-ish die. These actually are specific dies for my diamond press, but for anyone that's still not really quite sure and is wondering, you can use any dies through the diamond press as long as they physically would fit through the hole. So practically the biggest one that we've got here, the 4.5 centimeter one, that's about as large as you can go in width, but you can go relatively long. So any of the sort of the word phrases and things like that you might get, like I know that there's one that Kaiser Craft does that I think it says right now or something like that, and that's quite long. That will fit through no problem. So yes, once I had stuck all of those down, I then decided I wanted to do a little bit of hand stitching. So I just used this string here, which is 100% cotton, and it's actually crocheting cotton. I hand stuck holes in the paper first. I just find that easier if I pierce the paper with just a piece of foam behind and my needle, and then I just went to town stitching away. I didn't record any of that because it does take quite a while. For those of you that haven't done hand stitching on your pages before, it's most certainly not difficult, but it's time consuming, so it took me a fair while to get that going. So I'm just busy having a play with the Schimmel collection here, and I just went and got this little star out of my stash because I'm trying to keep the colours the same. So down in the left hand corner I've got the little pink guy, and then a yellow feather and sort of a greeny coloured feather. So I'm trying to mimic that up in the top right hand corner. So I've got the piece of yellow with the yellow lion, and then the pink star and the greeny coloured feather again. And then I really just wanted a word phrase there, so special moment was popped on because this was actually my son's first birthday. We'd had his party the day before, but this was the actual day of his birthday, and my husband and I just took him for a nice, exciting day at the beach because he loves it so much. Using some pop dots to help add a bit of dimension. I haven't actually stuck my photo down yet. I'm just having a play with how I want these to look. And then I think before I get too carried away, I probably should stick down my photo. I did go ahead and back my photo on just plain white cardstock before I started filming. I often back my photo on something, sometimes many layers, sometimes just one layer. In this case, I just did the one white cardstock layer. So what else can I tell you? Yeah, just I'm trying really hard to have almost like not mirror image in terms of putting the exact same things in the tops and bottom corners, but mirror image in terms of colouring schemes. I don't want to introduce a whole completely different colour on one side and not mimic that down on the other side. So I wouldn't throw in purple in the top right and then not include purple in the bottom left. I find it's more pleasing on the eye if I have those complement each other. So just popping up my photo, I just use one pop dot in each corner, and I've started doing one in the center because my sister, if you follow our videos, she uses a lot of pop dots, way more than what I would use, and she said that she probably wouldn't include one in the center. So I'm giving that a try to see if I think it makes any difference whatsoever. Otherwise I'll just go back to using one in each corner. So so far I've popped up the little guys in both corners, not for any reason that it has to be the little men, because it does, just because they're the most largest. That's terrible English. They're the largest feature of the little embellished cluster, so I decided to pop that up. Just cutting this special moment into a banner, I thought it felt a little bit awkward being a rectangle, so just making it seem like it's not just randomly stuck out there for no reason, that it's got a purpose. And I wasn't 100% happy with the way these two clusters were looking yet. They were looking like they were sort of randomly stuck out there on their own, so I just want to fill them in a little bit more. I really love that star, and I was hoping I could try and use it, and then that would make me happier as well, because the sort of pinky and gold star I put up in the top right hand corner wouldn't be so bizarre being included in the collection. So I really wanted to get those stars in. The only problem with putting them where I put them is it really did just cover up that feather with the splash of yellow I'd just so carefully put down there. But, you know, the colour still sort of peeks through, and that's really what it's all about. So then I thought I'd pop on the other special word that came in. This is just a cut apart sheet that I'm using. I thought I'd just, again, mirror what was going on up the top down the bottom, so I'm popping that on as well, cutting it into a banner. An amazing day. I love that little camera, so I really wanted to include that as well. There's a nice big pink camera, but I just felt it was far too big for what was going on. I just want something else to go up and soften this top right hand corner a little bit. It's just feeling a little bit harsh at the moment, so I think those balloons are really balloons. They're not balloons. Clouds are really cute. I was unsure if I wanted to use them because it's not a cloudy day, but I don't think it matters. So yeah, I am all done. Now that they are all stuck down, you didn't see me stick them down, but I did, and I added the heading. I didn't include the heading in the video because I think you guys know how to stick on thickers, and a little bit of gold Heidi shine, and we are finished. I feel like that came to a really abrupt end, so I apologize for that, but it was everything that I did. It was just a really quick and easy layout. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you are scrapping along with us and trying to do a layout every day in September. And I hope you like the prompts that Katie and I have included. So thanks guys, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.